Are you a new builder or you've already built? Are you planning to buy land or buy a house? This video will be very important for you. Watch carefully so you don't lose money, you don't lose your building. Whether the building is already there, you are at risk. Whether you're planning to build, you are at risk. Whether you're already building, you are at risk. With the new law that has been passed by Parliament, the new Building Control Amendment Act is crazy. Stick to this video, let's break them down and understand what it means for you who is planning to build, for you who has already built, for you who is planning to buy land and build. Let's go.
How are you today? Hey, it's your nini. Good morning.
Hello and welcome. My name is Lobby Omucholi Wamwe, your host on this platform, Afrowest UG. First of all, I want to appreciate you guys so much for the way you've welcomed this new channel. The way you've welcomed Afrowest UG is crazy. The love is overwhelming. From how the first video did, my first video hitting thousands, the second one hitting thousands, the next one hitting thousands, and subscribers pouring in. Who am I to deserve all this love? Thank you guys so much. It means what I'm doing is very well appreciated, and I'll continue to do that. We shall do entertainment videos on this channel, but as well, we shall also do very informative and educative videos on this channel so that we all don't only laugh, but we also learn. So on this video, I'm going to break down the points, the key points from this new Building Control Amendment Act of 2026, which has already been passed and is already in effect as per March. They started effecting it from March. So if you're not aware and you're planning to build your house, you already have your land you're planning to build, or you're already building but before this law was out, you didn't know about this, or you're planning to buy a house, you're already in the process, or you're buying land to build, these are the things you need to listen to. And we shall also suggest what we think should have been done by the MPs or should have been included into this law that hasn't been included, because the law is very segregational. We shall get into it and you will understand, and we shall compare with other countries. This is a learning channel, so you teach me, I teach you. You think differently, you give me what you think on the comment section, but let's keep it very respectful to keep a healthy community. Number one, as a new builder, what are you supposed to have or to know before you start building? Or you are already building, what are you supposed to do now to avoid your house being, number one, demolished, or you being fined a very crazy fine? If you're already building, listen carefully before I get to a new builder. If you are already on process of building, the law is like a gun. He who pulls it first always wins. What I'm trying to mean here is, don't wait for them to come to you and then you start giving excuses. Uganda is a crazy environment. They will come to you and they will use this law to break you down and threaten you, and you lose a lot of money and concentration. Number one, you must have a permit that allows you to build. This permit, if you don't have it, in the past, because since this is an amendment act, it means the law was already there. Amendment means they are just refurbishing or polishing it. In the previous law, they used to charge you 500,000 for your building, and they mainly used to target big buildings. We, the small builders, the small houses, nobody used to care so much. But now this targets everybody. It doesn't matter if you're building a one-bedroom house, a two-bedroom house, a big mansion. It applies to anything that has a foundation and has a roof. So if you don't have a permit now, forget about the 500,000 fine. Now they've increased it by 8. Multiply that 500,000 times 8. Assuming you're building on a 100 square meter plot, a 100 square meter building, that building, they will measure it. They will measure per square meter, and per square meter they will charge you 2 currency points per square meter, which is roughly 40,000 per square meter, 40,000 Uganda shillings per square meter. Now multiply that by 100. square meters, how much are you going to pay? About 4 million. That is times 8 of the 500,000 that used to exist. The average house in Uganda, 3-bedroom with living room and all that, that's around about 100 to 130 square meters. So you multiply every square meter by 40,000. That is the fine they're going to charge you. You might want to avoid that by acquiring that permit. Like I said, if you're already building, go and get that permit. Go to your local community building inspectors, apply for that permit, let it be given to you. If you don't have that money that you've been charged, it is 5 years in jail. So you either pay the 40,000 per square meters or you go to jail for 5 years. Now, even if you have this permit, we're going to point number 2. It is called the 12-month rule. This 12-month rule means if you've been given a permit from the date you're given this permit, you have to start building within 12 months. It is not like you get a permit and then you sit home when you're ready to get money, maybe next year or after 2 years, you've put your money together and you want to start building. Then you go like, okay, let me start building. No. Now, you get the permit today, you must start building immediately within 12 months of the release date of that permit. If not, after 12 months from the date that permit has been released, immediately it makes 12 months. It is expired. You must go back and get a fresh permit, which will cost you money and time. You know things of Uganda. So, if you have your property, your land, and you're planning to build, and you don't have the money yet, don't go for the permit yet. Get the money ready and then apply for the permit, because we are going to number 3. Number 1, you must have a permit. Number 2, the permit has a limit of 12 months for you to start building with that permit. Should it exceed 12 months before you start building, that permit is useless. You must throw it away and go back and get another permit. Now, number 3, that very building you've started, you are given 5 years. It's called the 5-year deadline. Within 5 years from the day you start building, that house must be completed. In other words, they don't want you to build and then reach some time, you build, you put foundation, you wait 8 months, 1 year, and then next year you start raising the wall, another year. No. Get the permit, within 12 months, begin building. Within 5 years, that building must be fully completed without anything missing. The materials you're using, mostly unconventional materials, must be approved by the NBRB. The National Building Review Board has to approve those materials you're using. You must have qualified engineer or architects supervising the building of your house for safety. It's not like before where you get your money, you call your fundis, they come in, the fundis build and they finish the house. No. That house, if an engineer has not signed it off and approved it and has been there monitoring how the foundation was built, how the wall was built, how everything, that house is considered illegal and unsafe. So you need an engineer to supervise your works. So what does that mean? Like us who, omuntu wa wansi lutedero. Get your fundis, but be in contact with an engineer who will come at least to see your site and sign off to be safe. Otherwise, you will lose that house because they will demolish it. That is what the law says. Under that same construction, there is what is called strict liability rule. What do they mean by this? If they are building that house and it collapses and hurts people due to negligence, they will fine you 10 million Uganda shillings, or you will face a term of 12 years in jail. This mostly now happens if you didn't have a qualified architect or engineer. Now let's go to those that have already built. In the past, they only used to inspect sites, come to building sites and see how it's going, and that's it. And then they charge you where you failed and all that. It's not like that anymore. Whether you've built your house, you're living in it already. There is what is called the occupational permit. A house must have occupational permit. A permit that allows people to live in that house, whether it is for yourself living in it, whether it is a school building, whether it is hotel, whether it is rental. It must have an occupational permit. This permit is given to you by the review board that send inspectors and come in and study that house and know how it's standing. What needs to be repaired? Is the roof okay? Are the walls safe? How is the floor? How is the foundation? Is water coming in? How is the paint? Is the paint peeling off? Is there what causing this? Is going to cause people allergies and infections? All these things they take into consideration. If they come and check and they find it has problems and they find it has issues that doesn't concur with their code of house that should be safe for people to live in, that house will be demolished and you will be fined or maybe sent to jail. Number 3 and lastly, you are planning to buy a house or buy property, your house to live in, or you're buying rentals, or you're buying a hotel, you're buying a school. These are the things you're supposed to know. You must use certified valuers. It's not like before where brokers come up with their prices and all that. No. In the new law, there are certified valuers who are registered by the Institute of Certified Valuers. You must make sure you're using, this is the number 2 that comes in. It's called due diligence. You as a buyer, you have the responsibility of making sure you're dealing with a valuer who is registered. If you're dealing with anybody who isn't registered, the loss is on you. You will lose money and maybe lose your property too. So the last one, building and acquiring property, that one, even you who is inheriting. Before you buy a house, there are 2 things you should consider. 2 things you should make sure it has. Leave alone title. Leave the things of title and all that. 2 things. Number 1, make sure that the house you're buying has what we call a building permit. As in, when it was being built, it was issued a permit. So when you're buying a house, the first thing on table is, where is the building permit that shows that this house was built illegally? Number 2, where is the occupational permit? The permit that allows people to live in this house. If they are not there and you buy this property, you're buying loss in the new law. Let's look at the advantage of this law. Number 1, this law is going to improve safety, because if all these laws, these articles are carried out properly and handled and executed how the law states, without any segregation or any meandering, it is a law that will encourage safety and is a very good law for the community and for you and for me and for everybody else. Number 2, this law improves professionality and standard, because now the engineers are involved. So anybody who works hard for their money, you'll get value for your money, because it is upon the builder as well, or the contractor, to deliver good work. Otherwise, in case of any problem, he is also in the soup. Remember, you're buying the property, you're using a certified valuer who is registered by the Valuers Certified Valuers Institute. So you're not losing your money. It's not like before where you go to buy land and then you're paying to some broker, you don't know where he is tomorrow. With this one, you're guaranteed that you're dealing with a person who is registered. Otherwise, they're not allowed to do that job. So there is that professionalism also that is being encouraged. Property value. These things of inflating prices before, where you go to this land and then they charge you according to how you look, will not be there anymore. I think they're adapting how it is done in developed countries, because in other countries, like for example Australia, I'll give example of what I've seen and experienced. Before you go and see a house, you can see the price online. You don't need to ask that how much is it. It's there online anytime. Right now you can go on the website and you type this address and you'll see the price of that house. The price there is the price of it. There is no one is going to come and tell you, oh, the price is this. No, the price you see on the website is the price of that property. So I think they're adapting that by creating all that. And then, since now the house you have is going to be having an occupational certificate or occupational permit, this means the value of that house also goes up. Because a house that has been built with a legal paper, a house that has been issued legal paper of existence and occupation, means that house is quality. So that house, the price will go up. That is that, it comes with it. But now, let's look at the negative part of this law, which I know all of you are waiting for. Right now, it's itching in your head. You want to you want to argue. I know. We are living in an opinion society. I see that the 5-year deadlock or the 5-year deadline is a bit unfair, mostly for a slow earner or a salary earner. People build their houses mpora. People take houses slowly. Okay? Some people build for a gap of 6 years. Ngazimba chizimbe over 7 years. People earn slowly. You get? Your earning is not the same as mine. My earning is not the same as his. This law does not consider that. It just thumps it there. 5-year deadline. Okay, what if I am employed? I start building my house, earning my salary, and I'm building my house, and it reaches the middle, and I lose my job. You know jobs of Uganda. It's going to take you maybe 1, 2, 3 years to get another good job that can help you to finish this house, or maybe even never. So what about that? So they should have included somewhere MPs in parliament that passed this law. The problem with MPs in Uganda, they don't know their responsibility. MPs in Uganda assume that they are leaders. An MP is not a leader. A member of parliament is not a leader. You are a representative. A leader is a decision maker. You don't make decisions. You take people's opinion to parliament. So when they passed this law, I don't remember any day they sat down with people or they came down to people and asked them, what do you think about this? Asking their respective villages or parishes or districts or constituencies. I don't remember any news or any article anywhere where MPs went home and asked people what they think about the law. What does that mean? You are just sitting there in parliament and you give your opinion. No, you're not supposed to do that. You're not in parliament to give your opinion. You are in parliament to give people's opinion. You don't think for them. That's why when you translate the word member of parliament in your language, it will not tell you that it's a leader. Eventually, a leader is Latela. MP is not Latela. MP uberu lawang dano, lawang area makuman. You are a representative. Uberu duan dano. You send the voice of people to parliament. In Uganda, an MP is not a leader. A leader is omukulembeze oba okulembera abantu mu kifo ky'olimu oba mu kifo ky'okulembera. LC is a leader. Kuba aba akulembera ki ekifo ky'abeeramu ekyo, like he's the leader of that area. He can make decisions. He listens to people's disputes and make decisions. He concludes. Member of parliament, you don't conclude. You send what people are thinking. Okiikira abantu. That's why bagamba oyo akiikira ekitundu bwe kiti. Okukiikira is representing. obeera omubaka. That's why they call them omubaka. Omubaka w'eggulu, omubaka wa Ru County, omubaka w'e Masaka, omubaka. Omubaka is you are a messenger. How do you pass a law without first coming home and asking people, and you act as a messenger to take that message to Parliament? But you just sit there and you say, you raise your hand confidently in their suits and ties, and you stand up in Parliament and say, I think this. You think what? You're not supposed to think. You're supposed to talk what we think down here. So why are you giving your opinion without first asking your people? Now you are passing a law that says 5 years, people are supposed to have completed their building. You've not asked people. You've not considered people who have jobs who can lose their jobs. You've not considered people who have disputes on land. Sometimes you start building and you start arguing about the land. And building must pause because you can't continue building because today you're building, tomorrow you're quarreling, today they're disrupting. You have to first sort out that issue. Sometimes it takes time. You've not considered these things. In that very law, they should have added a clause for slow earners or people who experience financial hardship, because there is that option is not there under the 5-year building. It's only there under the permit, the building permit. You can extend it. I'm not a lawyer. I'm giving my opinion just as a reader like you, like anybody else, but I'm making it simple for a viewer or you who is seated at home who doesn't have time to browse through this law. So I read it and I brought it to you, but then you can get time and read through it again. The problem with Uganda government in this 2026, this new government that they're saying protecting the gains, they are thinking about their gains that they have already got, but they're not thinking about people who are still looking for these gains. You are carrying out these things like imposing such laws that are in developed countries like UK, like Singapore. They have this law, it works. Australia, they have this law, it works. Why? Because number one, all the property are registered correctly on a digital register. You can just handle your phone from home and you type and you apply for the permit or whatever, or the license, everything. You can do it from home and you get it because that property is already recorded in the system. You don't have to go anywhere. In Uganda, people have houses that nobody knows. How are you going to know about a house that is deep somewhere in Aru, deep somewhere in Langol, deep somewhere in Masaka in the village? How are you going to know? You just appear one day and you're like, hey, we are here. How? How about you start by registering? After that, know each and every house. Then start bringing up this. Consider low earners. Consider now businesses of people. For example, the businesses that have been demolished in town. Let's assume one of the people are building, or many of them I know are building. Now the businesses are all broken, which is also wrong. Yes, I know we want a beautiful city. We are copying Rwanda and Kenya because they have the same laws. No selling on the streets in the city. Buildings must have licenses. First of all, in Uganda, the buildings don't have numbers. No plot numbers. No addresses. Rwanda, they have. You're copying something half-baked. You just start it in the middle. You cannot effect development like this. That's like saying you gave birth today, 1 month later you're sending that child to P1. How? How? You've been in power for 40 years, you didn't do these things. But what you didn't do in 40 years, you want to do in 1 month. This is why you hear cries everywhere. People are feeling, what you're doing is good. We love it. But step by step by step. This law here is going to cause more harm than good. Why? Because one, if now you, a poor person like me, you've made your little money, you've bought your land, you want to build. These big people who have connections are going to use this law to take that land away from you. They will disturb you, you won't build. Whether you get a permit, they'll ask you, where did you get it from? Eno sije twagala. Lwaki tewagenze n'ogifunira ddala e Kampala? Eno yawano tekola. It is duplicate. Mwana, what you go to Kampala? In Kampala there they have people. They already call. If this guy comes with this land and this, don't give him the land. Muube paka. You go, they tell you, this one, you come back on Tuesday. Oh, come back next month. This is what is going to happen. Or worst case scenario, they will make you rotate 1,000 times to get a permit. What are they looking for? For you to pay a bribe. This is the problem with Uganda. The law is beautiful. We love it. One, get a permit. Good. Because you must have a permit that shows you're working there. What if something happens there and government doesn't know that even there is a building there? So you must show that you're building. That's beautiful. The 5-year deadline, that is absolutely hopeless. I know you will say, the house when you're building after 5 years, it has deteriorated or depreciated in quality. It is my house and I know how we can fix it. Who will see rain hitting his wall and has ruined it and he just comes and finishes it? No. You will at least refurbish and make it fine. That is automatically true. But why are you then coming and demolishing it? You must send inspectors, come and see the house, how it's being built. If it is right, continue building your house. It doesn't matter how long. I'm going to end this video by asking you, do you think this law is actually targeted at safety? Or is it just a law to suppress new and young low-income earners from ever owning a home in Uganda? Give me your comments in the comment section. Let's dissect and we go through. I remain Omucholi Wamwelobi, your host, and this is Afrowest UG. Please subscribe to this channel. There are many more interesting videos that are coming. We'll be dissecting and talking about a lot of issues. Thank you so much. God bless you. Like and subscribe and share. Thank you so much.
How are you today? Hey, it's your nini.